welcome to another episode of the Toon in 10, brought to you by the Toon Network. My name's Adam, and that's Vince. Pete isn't here because he couldn't decide which hat to wear.
It's a difficult choice.
It is. He's got loads.
Inclement weather.
You want something that
summer, could be rain, could be weather.
You want something that allow your hair to breathe.
I wanted to go for a Gore-Tex bucket hat, but he wouldn't go with my choice. Indecision.
But he is the expert, so.
Or a Tony Pulis style baseball cap.
Yeah, no nonsense, isn't it?
Yeah.
Think on, Pete. Think on. Right. Well, we just got beaten. We just got beaten off Wolves at home. But yeah. So first off, let's pick the bones out of that. The post-mortem. Timer at the ready and go. Well, look, I think it's not panic stations just yet. I think we've had a pretty sensational last few results. It was just a bit tepid, the performance. I put it down to a bad day at the office, but we really didn't play well. It was another case of Gale playing up top on his own and us trying to lob, certainly the first half, trying to lob balls, like long balls up to him. Like the Wolves centre-backs are like 6 foot odd each, and against Gale, it's never going to work. We couldn't find him, and for me, Perez didn't work very well on the left. It just didn't work. The balance wasn't there, and actually, I don't know what it was. For some reason, I don't know if Matt Ritchie had told like a really tasteless joke in the dressing room beforehand, because he was for large portions of that game he was in absolute yakers. And he was never passed to. It was really weird. I mean, what is this? Is this like is this burnout from the last 2 results on the road? Is it complacency? Is it arrogance?
Well, I think Wolves are a better team than their last performance, getting beat 4-0 shows. They brought in a good manager, they spent a fair bit of money. They were a decent team anyway, they were there and thereabouts. We've got a few players who I really like. I like Danny Barth at centre-back. I think he's a good player.
Yeah, well he absolutely had Gale in his pocket yesterday.
I think Danny Barth will go on to be a player similar to a Jagielka, who when he was down at Sheffield United in the lower divisions for a while, or Matt Dawson when he was at a lower division team. I think he'll be picked up. Or Scott Dan, lots of players I think he'll be picked up by a Premier League team. He'll go on to be a very good centre-back and about he's good. So Wolves are a better team than their last performance suggests. We're not quite as good a team as our last performance suggests. But I think you've hit the nail on the head. It's a bad day at the office. I think our defence were pretty poor. I think it's about time to stop Anita at right back. I think that's got to come to an end. Yedlin has to be starting most games.
I was surprised. I was actually I tweeted before the game that I thought Yedlin should start, and he probably deserved his chance. But
we need a specific right back in. I mean, Anita was ill-disciplined. Shelby had an off day. I think just a lot of our players weren't quite there, and Richie was the only one who looked to be trying, to be honest. But no one else was really in the game.
There was a lot. I think we were just very much out of sync. I think it was just we just didn't click. I mean, I'm looking at the according to WhoScored.com. Our best performing player was Paul Dummett with a 6.6. Worst performing player, Anita with a 5.3. But yeah, in fairness to Dummett, he won a lot in the air, which is one of the things he's very good at. But when you're left back, and it's probably likely soon to be not your first choice left back, is statistically the best player in your team, you're having a bad one. I just felt like I was speaking to people around me at half time, and I thought we should go 4-4-2, bring Atsu on and bring Mitrovic on. Of course, that's kind of what happened. But as the subs were warming up, Perez was caught in possession on the edge of his box. Just get rid of it, Perez. It was again that complacency setting in, and a little bit of arrogance. I think not loads of arrogance, just a little bit. And obviously 2-0. And then Benitez was able to bring the subs on, and kind of at that point the subs didn't have as much of an impact as you'd expect.
I think it comes down to work rate. I mean, for me, I just think Wolves wanted it more. I think it's as simple as that. Wolves tried harder. Wolves were committed. They had the physicality. They imposed the game on us. But we just went up for it, and it's something I think we've talked about before. How at this level, in the Championship, you have to first match the physicality and work
Yeah.
rate, and then your quality will show.
Well, this is it. Shots on
And
target.
that's the
We had
difference.
17 shots and only 3 on target. And one of those was Mitrovic, who came on as a sub, who probably should have took that away, in fairness. And then he had another shot blocked as well, which was on target. But they had, I think, about 12 shots. They had 5. They had 5 on target altogether, and it's like when the away side, who only has less than 40% possession, is getting more shots on target. You know, there's a problem. I honestly still think we don't know how to play with Gale. I know he scored a couple, but we don't know how to play with him yet on his own. And I was pleased to see Mitrovic and Gale together, but we didn't see much impact from them. And I think it's maybe just a case of do we get them to play together a bit more to find is that where we need to be? Diarme didn't have a great game. He seemed a bit absent. I mean, Shelby was trying things, but he didn't. It wasn't really happening.
I would
for
have
him.
played 2 up front at home. That's what I would have done. Start with
Yeah.
2 strikers.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's going to be the way forward.
Yeah.
Well, we play Wolves again in the EFL Cup on Tuesday at St James's Park again. It's going to be really interesting to see what Rafa Benitez does playing against the same team and how tactically he reacts to this defeat. But we'll be chatting about that in the second half. See you after this. Hello, welcome back to the second half of the Toon in 10. We picked the bones out of the defeats in the league against Wolves, but how is Rafa Benitez going to react to this defeat in the EFL Cup on Tuesday? You know what to do, time at the ready and go!
I think it's a really good opportunity. If you think about it, you've immediately got a chance to rectify your mistakes from the last game and immediately put things into plan. I think I would definitely like to see Anita replaced. You know, obviously because of his card. You know, we'll hopefully see Gerton starting. I'd like to see Lazar, if he's fit, starting at left back as well. I want now is the time when I want to see players playing in their natural position. Perez isn't a left winger for me.
He's not. I think we've got
Anita is at the right back. I don't think Dummett's a left back. To be perfectly
No,
honest.
you're right. I think you're. I totally agree. I think we've got a squad now big enough and capable enough to not have to play square pegs and round holes. You know, and
I'd like to see Kevin Clark get in the game. I know he's our captain, but I don't rate Lascelles that highly, to be honest.
his form's been a bit patchy. I think the first couple of games he was poor. Then he got better. I think he has played well the last few games. But I mean, again, the defence as a whole did not play very well.
I just think Kevin Clark is a better defender than probably Lascelles and Mbemba as an actual defender. You know, he's Premier League proven more than any of those two.
Do you think he's better than Mbemba?
I think he is. I think, well, particularly after Mbemba's performance the other day, I think Mbemba's got.
I think Mbemba's the by far the most superior centre back that we've got.
On the ball, he's better on the ball taking it out. I just think defensively.
I think he's really good at anticipation and he's a good sweeper up. But yeah, I mean, I think. I mean, he said that Lazar and Murphy were probably going to be. He kind of said in the lead up to the league game against Wolves that they weren't going to be considered, but then they would be considered for Tuesday's Cup game. But yeah, you're right. It's interesting to sort of how Benitez, you know, who was a top class tactician, how he then looks at this and says, okay. I mean, it's a different. They know that we're going to be out for revenge. It's a one-off game, so they're going to behave a bit differently. I think they probably came to St James's looking for a draw.
Would you rather have had the 3 points, or would you rather progress the extra round in the cup if you could have one or the other?
3 points.
Yeah.
Every time 3 points. I think primary objective has to be promotion.
Yeah.
And I think not getting that 3 points hurts us more than if we were to get through. Again, I'd love a cup run. I'm never going to say no to a cup run, but in the grand scheme of things, are we going to win the League Cup? Probably not. So,
but we should be getting 3 points.
But we should be getting 3 points at home. And you know.
Well, any team at home we should be winning in this league.
Yeah.
Any team at home.
So, but I mean, I think looking at it from Wolves' perspective, they've just beaten us, so their confidence is going to be high. This cup game's a one-off.
But they beat us convincingly as well. I don't think it was in doubt.
Yeah, defensively they were very, very sound. So I think they're going to set the stall up to soak up a bit of pressure. and just try and frustrate us again. You know, they like I said, in the first half they had like about 38% possession or something, but they were able to soak up our pressure. Not that we gave them much to deal with.
I think that comes back to what you said earlier. It may have been arrogance. They seem to have a game plan about how to nullify us. We didn't have anything that could nullify them. So you just said Benitez is a master tactician possibly got it wrong. Let's hope there's no. I mean, there was a Doylem in the Gallagher stand actually booed at half time. It was just one loud boo.
Yeah.
Let's hope none of that starts setting in.
Yeah, the thing is, there was a few boos at the full time. It was very much in the minority, and look, from my perspective, I don't personally boo, but from my perspective, it's it's a bit pantomime.
I've heard you boo an Andy Carroll before.
It's a bit what?
I've heard you boo an Andy Carroll before.
Oh yeah.
So
I don't boo. Oh yeah, I'm not saying I don't boo
your team, but yeah.
But what I'm saying is, like, I think if it's a bit pantomime. If people want to, I think people are entitled to express. If they want to boo, that's their choice. Not that I would agree with booing. I was disappointed yesterday. I wasn't massively angry, but it was just a bit of a.
So how do we set up then? How do we?
Well, I think we go balance. I think Atsu starts. I think Lazar starts. I think Gouffran probably comes in as well. I think Sells will be dropped, and we'll bring in probably Darlow. Is Elliot fit yet? I think
he's there or thereabouts. Who do we start up front? Do you start with two up front? Do you have Diame dropped? Well, not dropped, but rested.
I think we'll play. I don't know if Murphy will start straight off the bench. I think Mitrovic might start again. But if Murphy's fully fit, then I think Murphy will play. Because I'd really like to see him.
But it's a chance to get game time, isn't it?
It's a chance to get game time and see the team in full balance, like you said, with players in the proper positions.
Good move by the club offering like £5 and £10 tickets for the game, I think.
Yeah, you're really great. Really good. And we need to see a lot more of it.
PR from Newcastle.
Well, that's it. I mean, we're probably looking at attendance matching that of Manchester City in the Champions League. Like 30,000. It's like that's the
which is amazing.
But anyway, it was a bit disappointing. Yesterday and Saturday, but at least it was a nice day to be outside.
But here we go again. Once more into the breach.
There we go. Right. Well, hopefully a better result on Tuesday in the EFL Cup, and we can get a quick revenge and move on swiftly. Anyway, that's the end of the episode. Thanks for watching. I've been Adam. That's been Vince. As always, share with all your friends. Check out all of our channels. You'll see them at the end of this episode. And we'll see you next time with hopefully better news. Better results to talk through.
Toonwolf Part 2.
Yeah, Toonwolf. We'll see you later. Thanks everyone. Bye.